Living with Lolita, grab a notebook and a pen. It's not about where you start, but how you end. There is no topic that can't be discussed. This platform is open, no need to hush.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lolita and welcome to another episode of Living with Lolita. Today I'm going to discuss something that I have probably been dealing with since I was maybe in middle school. And it is still happening to this day, unfortunately. Do y'all ever get the feeling that people just don't like you because you're you? When I was younger, we moved around pretty often because every few years, I'll say, because my dad was in the military. Now, sometimes I would go to these new schools and, kids just wouldn't like me because maybe I was just the new girl. I don't know if it's because my mom really put us together well. I don't know if it was just because it was me. But people didn't like me for whatever reason. There was one particular girl who liked me sometimes. Like sometimes she'll like me, sometimes she wouldn't. So it just depended on the day. Not that I did anything really or said anything to her out of the way. It was just that she just did not like me just because. And I literally asked her one day because I was, I think I was sad about it. And her answer was because I talk too much. And I didn't understand that because I don't know if you don't like me because I talk too much just in general, or was I talking too much about you? Because I know that I wasn't. It was just that was her excuse. Fast forward, as an adult, I have dealt with the same thing. And it's a bit annoying. It's a bit get over it because why don't you like me now? The difference between when I was younger and now is I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me because of, I don't even know why, because I'm not asking. When I lived in Florida, I went to a church and there were some people who didn't like me there. And I could tell that they didn't just by, their greetings to me. Of course, I always have to speak first, and that's okay. But it was just some people who just didn't like me just because. And I don't know if it's because of what I drove or how I carry myself or what I wear or what people think that I have. But that's not a reason to not like anyone, really. It was my birthday a few days ago, and I received a message from someone, and within the message it said it said keep being the real you. And that's all I can be. Authentic, Lolita, everything that comes with Lolita. Some people can't take Lolita, and that's okay, but to just not like me or to make me feel a way or to treat me a way, I feel is unfair because this is my makeup. If you don't like the way I look, that's fine. If you don't like what I have, don't look. Really, don't look. I'm at the point where it's I don't understand. And I feel like people are just jealous. I'll just come out and say it. And my mom used to say this when I was younger, and I used to go home and cry to her about certain people not liking me. And that was her thing, that people were just jealous. And I'm like, okay, that's just something to say. But I think that's a thing. That's really a thing. When nobody can really pinpoint what it is about you that they don't like, they just don't like you just because, that's a problem. Not within me, but a problem with you. There was a girl who, and I was maybe in my 20s, we are friendly, but she initially told me, yeah, I thought you were so mean when I first met you. And that is understandable that's understandable, because maybe I walk around sometimes with this face, like if I'm not walking around smiling or, like anything other than a straight face, then they think that I am mean or maybe not approachable. I don't know. But then she told me, once I got to know you, girl, you are fun. Like, I enjoy being around you. I enjoy, our conversations. And I'm like, yeah, I really am a nice person. But once again, I'm not going to walk around here with "I'm really a nice person" written across my forehead, because if you just don't take the time to get to know me, that's your loss, not mine. Like, I'm good. I have people in my life. I have friends. I have family that like me for me. Like, they like all of Lolita. I might get on their nerves a little bit. I might be a little too emotional because, I cry, I'm really dramatic. Sometimes I can be loud. But they're still willing to be my friend, or, my family is my family. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's a weird thing. And back to the church thing, sometimes there were husband and wives, or maybe girlfriend and boyfriends, or whatever, and of course I'm going to speak to both people. I'm not going to be rude like that. But the hello that I get back is so short, like almost like it hurts to say it back. And that's a problem. But I still do it because, not to get under your skin, but I'm not going to not speak because you have a hard time speaking to me. So that was a problem. And now, I may have lost a person or two, for other reasons, but instead of having a conversation about it, they just don't want to talk at all. And once again, it's either something that is petty, or you just don't want to be, maybe you just don't want to be associated with Lolita. And like I said, that's okay. I'm okay with people falling off. I really am. Don't care about that. But I don't know. I guess maybe I'm built different. Maybe my parents raised me better than that. And not saying my parents are any better than yours, but I'm just saying they didn't do a bad job, and they raised us to not be nasty to people, not be disrespectful, not feel like we're better than people. When I worked at the hospital at one point in time, I knew everybody. Not because I was there for a couple years, but because I spoke to everybody. Like, I was super, super, super friendly and cool with housekeeping. If they would come in and pick my trash up, they may not speak because maybe people don't speak to them in there. They just, do their job, and people just let them, just walk in their office and walk back out. But if I'm in there, I'm going to speak because that's respectful. I don't care where you are on the totem pole. But there was one particular, two of them actually, that, we end up exchanging phone numbers. We would talk on the phone, we went for lunch. I don't care about stuff like that. I don't care about what somebody may or may not have. Even if you have more than what I have, I'm not going to be jealous of you. And I'm not going to feel like, oh, I don't like you because you have these things. Because that is what I feel like it boils down to at the end of the day. You just not liking me because of what you think that I have. But do you even know what it took, what it takes for me to get what I have, and for me to even have what I have? You don't know. And if you did, you probably wouldn't even be jealous. You probably would be super nice to me at this point. But it's like people just don't take the time. They just want to just look at you and be like, yeah, I don't like her. Okay, that's fine. Live your life like that. See how that works out. Because the very same person that you feel like you don't like just because you're jealous of them or because you have an issue with them is that same person that's going to help you one day. That's going to be the same person that can literally pick you up off of your feet or give you an extra couple dollars or, be that one person who you can pick up the phone and talk to. I just don't understand it. I don't. And at this point, I even teach my children to be the same way. I don't want them growing up, or, I have 2 adult children, be grown up and look down on people because you have this or that, or because, you know, you have this education, or because you own a business, or whatever, because you dress a certain way. Like, I don't want my kids looking at other people and being like, oh, I'm better than them, or, you know, walk around and they're not humble. We all should be humble, but we all should just be kind at the end of the day. Like, why is that so hard? Is it really hard to throw your hand up and say hello? Is it really hard to like help somebody who you visibly see needs it? Is it really that hard? No, it's not. And for the people who go to church and they're in there, you know, throwing their head back and, you know, praising God and, you know, crying and all that, you do all that and then you treat people the way you treat them. And I am just here to say it's not fair and it's not right. It is not right. And if you're watching this, because some people just watch me, they don't want to comment on anything. They don't want to subscribe to anything. They don't want to like anything, but they want to watch. Oh, they definitely want to watch. Y'all don't have to. You don't have to. If you want to go along for the Lolita ride, then that's totally fine. Because where God is about to take me is going to be astronomical. And then you're probably going to wish that you treated me a different way. I'm just saying all that to say that y'all need to grow up. Point blank, period. And you know who you are. I feel like, you know, a couple days ago was my birthday, and I said that, but a couple days was my birthday, and, you know, some people just felt like they didn't want to say happy birthday. Once again, that's okay. Because the amount of people who did reach out, you know, the emails, the text messages, the phone calls, the gifts, the cash apps, the this, the that, you know, like, I appreciated every single one of those. I literally feel like I probably personally thanked everyone, like even on my social media, like I personally was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, which really I could have just hearted everything. And I was talking to my sister about it. She was like, that's a lot of thank yous. I was like, I know, but I just feel like I have to do that. And not because I have to do it, because I wanted to do it, because I want to make everybody feel like they're seen. And that, you know, it's not just and I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but just for me, I just want everybody to, you know that I personally read it and that I'm acknowledging it. And that's it. But I thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I do want to say that. But yeah, y'all, like, this is my little rant for the day. It's just, it was on my mind, and I just felt like, you know, I just wanted just to talk about it really quick. Whether you watch this and you don't agree with it, like I said, like, you can literally unfollow me. You don't have to watch me, because I'm probably going to say more things that you don't like, and that's okay. And maybe that'll be your reason for not liking me. Then when somebody asks you, well, why don't you like Lolita? Then you can say, oh, because she talks like this, or because she said that. Because right now you don't have anything. And it's okay. It's okay to be jealous, but it's really not. And like I said, you don't know what it takes to be me. You don't know the fight that I have to go through. You don't know the day-to-day battles and struggles that I have to go through. Nobody knows that. Take that back. Some people know that. But the people who just don't like me, and they get a kick out of, you know, the things that I'm going through, and think, oh, you know, okay, well, that's what she gets. Or, you know, they just get a kick out of me not doing well or having a bad day. Then, I mean, it's just going to come back to you. It's just going to come back to you. So that's all I have for today. I do want to say Merry Christmas, though, because the next episode will be after Christmas. I hope everybody enjoys their family. I hope y'all get what y'all want for Christmas. Y'all better been good this year, okay? But if y'all been walking around here, you know, giving people the stink face and not liking people and being jealous, you're probably not going to get it. Because God don't like ugly, okay? But yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. I will talk to you later. I love y'all so much. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to y'all later. Merry Christmas!
Her experience has created a safe place. One time with living with Lolita is all it will take. One time with living with Lolita is all it will take. Living with Lolita, living with Lolita, living with Lolita is all it will take.